Hey everyone, Jimmy here again. This time it's time for round 3 of the WTCC World Championship. This time we're in the Netherlands, in Zandvoort, and a track that I've been having trouble with. I've put in a fair bit of practice over the last couple of days in preparation for the race today. However, I haven't really gone very quickly. The best I've done in warm-up is it's come 13th, 1:53. In qualifying, I had a bit of a mishap. On my flying lap, going down into the very fast section, the very fast right-hander, I forget its name. I had put a wheel in the grass and went flying off, and actually damaged the car beyond repair for that qualifying session. So I decided to be realistic and not just to go back to the garage to get a new car, because that wouldn't happen. And I'm going to be starting from the back of the grid as a result. So this plus a weight penalty means it's going to be a very interesting race. You get a weight penalty, I believe, for doing well in previous races, just to kind of bring the field closer together. So yeah, let's get on with it. There's a grid. Not quite sure why it's not showing any time to anyone, but there's a grid there. James Thompson on pole this time. Andy Pirro, our main championship contender, in third. So going to be an interesting drive from this far back on the grid to see us there at the back in the Seat. Rolling start for this first race, so let's get ready. Let's try and get that inside line as soon as we can. Really putting the wrong gear there by the AIA control. I wasn't braking very early. See if I can make up on that. See if I can get some positions by going around the outside here. Going to the back of the Alfa in front, just going way a lot slower than I thought they would. And again, second time into the back of them, hopefully no damage to the front. I've just popped the names of the people on so I know who I'm racing in front. It saves me just kind of guessing. Well, the Alfa Romeo kind of running around on the outside there. This is a section where I had trouble on qualifying, just coming up over this crest. Car gets a bit loose, as you can see. Even the gravel couldn't stop me from going off, but a very good start. We're already up 6 places, so hopefully we can keep going. Alessandro Zanardi in front, ex-Formula 1 driver. A bit of contact with Genet there. See if we can capitalise on that and get our car up the inside. He gets a better run around the outside, so we'll have to stay where we are for now. Still sitting pretty in 19th place. This one is very difficult to gauge the braking for. There are no markers to the left, so you have to kind of just remember where to brake. Can't want to break away on the exit there, but use the momentum to get past the Genet and the other Seat. He tries to come around the outside. I can't really keep my car from understeering, and I go into him. Lots of barging on this first lap, but that's the joy of touring cars. Up into 18th after our first lap. Brake just after that little box on the side of the road. Get the car turned in. There's going to be a Seat on the inside of me. There he is. Managed to outbrake me into that first corner, but I'm quick through this first section. Got to go slow though to avoid the cars in front, which is annoying. I think back up the inside at the bottom hairpin. That BMW rear-wheel drive getting a much better drive out the corner than I did there. Very hectic track, this one. Lots of high-speed corners. BMW jumping in front, getting very loose. Having to slow down to avoid a possible incident there. When you see the amount of work you have to put into the wheel in this car, I'm not sure if it's optimal, but the experience level I am currently, it's what's keeping me on the road. Just putting a further bit there, so we get a bit of run. Worked somewhat. brakes lock up, but we pop it in the right direction, and we just about get in front of the other Seat. A little bit of contact there, actually. Looks like we've got a suspension problem now. Trying to take it easy to the rest of the race. Can't really pit. We're only 2 laps in. That'll be our race over. See how it handles around this corner. Just about keeping it on the road. Seems okay so far. Turning across to the right this time to defend my position. Getting a fantastic run on that corner compared to the Afro man in front of me. See if we can run it past him. Looks like I actually knocked him off. I think the stewards are going to want to word me after this race. Up to 15th position now from 25th on the grid. It's a 10 place gain. Car feeling tricky over there now due to the damage. Another Seat in front of us. Hopefully they'll see that one a bit of a charge and let me through. Doesn't seem like they're going to be doing that anytime soon. Having to brake in line with the cars in front, not necessarily where I brake otherwise, costing me a bit of overall time. Car feeling a bit uneasy on this downward suspension. Obviously having this wet penalty isn't helping in a straight line either. Getting very late on the brakes there. But a surprisingly decent exit compared to the cars in front. Can't quite get the car turned in the same way the guys in front do around there. Keeping it flat through here though. Some of the guys in front can't do. Picking up a bit of a sitting through now. Really Gaffney speeding it up to 140 mile an hour before braking heavily down to second gear. Spot the inside and I take it. He's right next to me now. It's a better run out the turn 1 than I do, which gets him back past me, but I'll take another place down this tight left-hander. Honda Accord in front of us now, getting a bit squirrely on the exit of that corner. That's us getting right up behind it. I don't want to be too close over this. Braking a little bit mid-corner, they're catching me unawares. Car getting very light over there. Really right behind him now. Nowhere for me to go at this pace. Being careful not to hit him. Already got damage. I can't have any more. You can see now the gap between this guy and the car in front of him. I really need to get past him, and hopefully I can make it stick around here, so I can progress in my race. I'm going to pull across now to who doesn't come back. Okay, good. Really gone faster than I wanted in the warm-up by almost a second. Getting very late on the brakes, suspension hopping all over the place there. Stewards finally do something about my reckless racing. I've my foot on my own though. He actually gives Smetsky the position back, so I'm not quite sure why we've got a cut track there, but so still in 14th place under. After that car getting very squirrely, coming over right to defend the position. Getting too late on the brakes. There's going to be a Seat on my inside if I'm not careful. Really booing out of there. See Taskmaster coming off the front wheels. The leader's really getting away now. Getting a bit wide there as well. Really starting to feel this damage. Back up behind that Honda Accord. See him do a better job of it this lap. Really not a place I'm comfortable overtaking. Looks like we've made it stick though. Nice, I'm at my own pace and try and catch the cars in front of them. Pull away now. Getting late into the braking without the guy in front of me is a marker. It's difficult to spy my point and he goes back past me again. Just can't hold on to this 13th place. Just going over that curb on the inside, not good for the suspension at all. Can't seem to get around this corner as fast as everyone else for whatever reason. Maybe it's in setup, I don't know. Really riding the rev limiter in 4th round. Around there. Up into 6th as we cross the line to start. Lap 6. There's a yellow flag. Indicates someone might have gone off. Maybe this could be a position for us. You see the smoke up ahead. Oh, the Honda's showing right down, really right down there. I take the opportunity to take the place after giving a bit of a bump. Car being very difficult now. I don't think what that front end looks like. Really try and concentrate on the Chevrolet in front of me now. I'm concentrating where the corner's behind me. That's how I lost the spot last time. Very hard to spy your braking to this corner. Seems almost blind. Because that big old side panel there, I forget what they're called, at the edge of the windscreen. Again, getting late on the brakes there, but managing to drag it through the corner. Coming to the end of lap 6, it feels like it's been a lot longer than that. I make a mistake coming onto the straight, and now we've got another set all over us. Gives us a bump. He had room there, I'm not quite sure why he did that. Really trying to not give him any space at all. There you go. Defending the position successfully. Car is feeling very difficult on this part of the track now. You'll see it in the steering movements and the way the car moves. These steering inputs are pretty much what I'm putting into my my G27 here, so if you want an idea of what it's like to drive one of these things, just look at the wheel. I'm trying to kiss that apex, but always finding it a little bit wide. The Seat Leon isn't going to leave me alone. Sister car. Oh, I get a bit late on the brakes again. The suspension bounces as I brake. Oh, that was another Seat pass. Diego Montero, another old F1 driver. He's rocketing away from me now, obviously I was holding him up a little bit. bit lonely now in 13th place, no one really around me. See if we can catch Montero back up. Got this first sector down pretty well, it's just the rest of the track I'm having trouble with, just that infield section and the second to last corner, if you can call it that, running onto the straight. It isn't really a straight. Oh, very loose over there. Car really wanting to break away, trying to fight to keep it on the track, running wide. Running over the bump there, doing a bit of a Mark Webber. Surprised his car's still moving at this point. We've still got a little while to go yet, but being outclassed at the moment by the other drivers. Trying to brake a bit earlier, but I seem to keep hitting an invisible bump on the track and the car just bounces on the braking. Possibly a result of the suspension damage I suffered a bit earlier on. Happened to the lift over there this time. And start lap 9 now. Still in 13th place, about 5 seconds behind the car in front. Getting a little bit loose in that bump on the outside there. Car quite stiff, even with suspension damage. Really have to concentrate through this a bit. Lifting slightly to make sure the car stays settled. Just about running over the curb at the end there. Really trying to push, but just don't seem to have the pace at the moment. Looks like there's been a change of position up ahead of me. Looks like Montero's got past Fernandez. And then this is slower, which could be good news for us if we could just get a couple of good laps in. We're waiting for the car to point in the right direction before putting the foot down again. So I'm glad there aren't off tracks or collisions penalties in this. Like car racing, I'll be pretty boned by now. Just seeing Andy Prio's marker on the other side of the track there. Obviously he's a lot faster than me in this race. He's my main championship rival at the moment, so this really is going to hurt my standings. Obviously nowhere near the top 8 at the moment. I think the top 8 get points, and that's where I need to be. Still 5 places away from that. Got a decent sized gap behind us though, so all isn't lost. Got some markings on the windscreen. Looks like it may be starting to rain. I'm not sure. I really hope not. It really could shake things up. I don't think this car with suspension the way it is could handle a bit of rain. See how much this car pushes under acceleration of the front wheel drive cars. That's its main characteristic. but it drags its tires along the surface of the road. Falling back slowly from Hernandez, looks like he's doing the same from the car in front. Not quite fast enough to catch him. Felt better through there, but lifting slightly going through there. About 80% throttle, 85% as close to 100. On the straight, obviously. Fuel running down now, so I can brake a little bit later than I was earlier in the race. Big gap now to me and the leaders. Around 20 seconds I think it is. I'll check it on the next lap. So lifting slightly through here just so the car can get some grip back in those front tyres, the steering tyres. Running wide there, having to let out and slow myself right down mid corner. Very revvy car this, and very enjoyable to take it up to the red line. And sorry, I was thinking mid corner there, and my chain of thought just stopped. Not as easy as it looks, as commentary malarkey, especially when you're racing. Hernandez pulling away ever so slowly. Kind of frustrating really, because if I were half a second faster a lap I could be on him. But I'm just not. That last corner especially, I get my arse handed to me. But you see the tyres now starting to get a bit worried with my driving, really dragging this thing around. Couple laps left here though. Oh, I'm making a big mistake, I'm braking way too late. Car behind is now close right up, another 10-second gap to us, now down to 3 seconds, and with worn tyres. Oh, I don't want to have that little of a gap. We need to drive as fast as we can, but as smooth as we can now. Making tiny corrections with the wheel. Getting a wheel on the grass there, just like qualifying, but managing to actually save it this time. Zandvoort proved not to be a good track for me, it seems. This wet penalty really killing me. Andy Pereira having a lot of a better time than I am. I was wondering, the weight penalty is around £100 I believe for where I finished in the second race. Round one. And they've now long gone, 13 seconds into the distance. You can now see the cars in my mirror after my off. This is the corner that really eats that front left tyre. Can't afford to take it any slower though. Hopefully the tyres will hold up until the end of the race in 2 laps time. Still going wide there at that bottom corner, and that actually allows the cars behind to draw a little bit nearer. Pressure's on. Smooth exit out of there. Makes a change. The pit crew remind me that my tyres have looked better. I really don't use that right now. You can see the result of the tyres being worn as I bounce over the curb again. Surprised that suspension hasn't got any worse after the initial damage. Oh, not turning. Getting used to the braking point there now, starting to get a better entry. So the lap time is still not fantastic, but it's better than they were when I started here. Ah, getting out wide, clipping the wall. One lap left now. Car feeling very difficult. This mixture of worn tyres and a naff suspension really going against me. I'm managing to hold the gap to the car behind. Be careful of that curb, easy to flip the car if I'm not careful. So I need to look out for the next race. As much as this corner is a pain in the arse, it's fantastic fun to go through. You see the red building for a second there as the front wheels actually take off. Trying to be as soft as I can with the throttle and the brakes now. Really being careful with suspension in those tyres. Having that front in the build for those. Second flag in the bottom left corner means the winner has crossed the line. I didn't see who it was, but we'll have a look at the standings after the race. Andy Pura coming home 7th though, so not too bad in regards to our championship. He's only going to pick up 2 points, I think it is. Still 2 points more than us. So we come over the line finishing 13th from 25th on the grid. Decent race I guess, but no points for us, and just the pit crew reminded me that I haven't scored any points. Very nice of them. So let's have a look at the results. James Thompson coming in first, and the Alfa Romeo taking the full 10 points, a lot better than his last couple of races, with Alan Menu heading up in second. York Muller third in the BMW, with Tom Coronel in fourth in the Seat. Stefano De Asti in the BMW, with Ivan Muller in the Seat in sixth. Andy Pera, our main championship rival, seventh, and Felix Putiero eighth. As you can see, we're 34 seconds down on the lead cars. They're really a mile away, so hopefully race 2 won't be as bad, but unfortunately I can't see it being any better than that. Just going to check if we can get some point standings up at this point. You can see that from the last lap, our brakes, we've hit the wall a couple of times. They've actually been damaged. Our suspension's been okay and that's been sorted out, but we're going to have damaged brakes for this race, which is really going to hold us back a fair bit. We're a lot higher up the grid in this race though, luckily, so hopefully we'll get a better run. Okay guys, well I'm going to leave it there. The next race will come next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for round 2, no, for race 2.